Chapter 14: Ear and Hearing. Our ear is an organ of hearing or audition and balance, equilibrium. There are three parts to the ear: external ear, middle ear, right behind the tympanic membrane or eardrum, and the last part is inner or internal ear. So, ear is responsible for hearing and balance, both of them. External ear and middle ear, that portion, only is involved with hearing. And inner ear, or sometimes it's called labyrinth, is responsible for both hearing and equilibrium. Those two are receptors for hearing and balance respond to separate stimuli. Receptors for hearing respond to sound waves coming from the ear, and receptors for balance are activated by movements of our head. External ear, the auricle or pinna, the outer part, visible part of the ear. It's composed from rim or helix and earlobe or lobule. Inside there is leading external acoustic meatus or auditory canal. It ends with tympanic membrane. This is a short curved tube which is lined with skin, and that skin has hair, sebaceous glands, and ceruminous glands. Ceruminous glands produce earwax. Sebaceous glands produce oil, and together with hairs, it is a protection from dust and particles coming inside to the tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane itself, or eardrum, is made of connective tissue membrane, and it transfers sound energy, sound waves, to the bones, those three bones of the middle ear. Middle ear is small cavity, usually just 1 cubic inch size. It doesn't have any fluid inside. It's filled with air, and laterally it's flanked by the eardrum, medially by bony wall, and in that wall there are two openings you need to know: round window and oval window. Oval window you cannot see, it's right here under that bone called stapes. So under stapes right here would be an oval window. Eustachian tube or auditory tube or pharyngotympanic tube is a tube connecting that middle ear cavity to the pharynx, and the purpose of that tube is to equalize pressure inside the middle ear cavity and pharynx. Sometimes when outer pressure changes, when for example you are on the plane and the plane is landing or going up, you will have that unpleasant sensation in your ears, and then what you need to do is chew, swallow, and that's what opens pharyngotympanic tube and equalizes the pressure. I think out of those three, pharyngotympanic tube is the best name because it reflects the location, connection between tympanic cavity and pharynx. Ear ossicles are three small bones in the tympanic cavity. They are called malleus, incus, and stapes. Malleus, one side of it is attached to the tympanic membrane. Another side attaches it to incus. Incus is between malleus and stapes, and stapes is sitting on the oval window. All three of them transmit vibrations of the eardrum to the oval window, and the three of them are suspended, attached by special ligaments, keeping them in place. But it's not just ligament. There are also two muscles: tensor tympani muscle and stapedius muscles. They contract in response to very loud sound to prevent damage to the hearing receptors.